Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. How are you? Okay, great. See, it's almost 9:35 and still all of you have not joined. I don't know what is the problem. But anyways, I'm not going to wait from tomorrow onwards. I will exactly start at 9:30. Right. Okay. So, how are you guys today? How are you guys feeling? Good, great, well, not good, sick. Okay. Okay. So, what is that one thing that you are not able to understand at all? What is that one thing that you are not able to understand at all? Someone is saying you are in heaven. Is it because I am wearing white and my background is white? Is it because of that? Great. No, I'm not in heaven. Don't worry. Okay, yeah. So, what is that one thing that you are not able to understand at all? Someone is writing assignment. Great. I'm talking about concept. What concept you are not able to understand? Okay, some of you are writing Git. Okay. See, basically today is the second session about Git, right? And we are going to basically revise the first session also, and then we are going to move forward. Okay. So don't worry about these things. Do you understand? We are going to revise the complete first session and then we are going to move forward. Got it? Okay. Great. Other than this, what you are not able to understand? Someone is writing, yesterday you were teaching addition, but in assignment we received JEE mains questions. Yes, I know. That is the thing. That is the thing. I told you yesterday, right, while ending the session, that I want you guys to suffer. I want you guys to suffer. That is why I gave you so difficult questions in assignment. Yesterday only you said that please give difficult questions in assignment because we are not able to understand the questions of evaluation. So assignment questions should also be difficult. And now that I give you difficult questions, you are saying that why are you giving difficult questions? What is that thing you want, guys? Tell me. First, you are asking about difficult questions, right? Now I gave you tricky and difficult questions. Then you are saying don't give difficult questions. Then what should I do? Okay, don't worry. See, basically, those questions are not at all difficult. You just have to think a little bit about them. And if you are not able to understand them, don't worry, right? We are going to see those questions in the second session of objects itself. I told you, right? There are going to be 3 sessions of objects, right? Yes or no? Correct. So you'll be able to understand much clearly in the second session. So please don't worry. Just try to solve those questions. Or you can wait until the second session of the objects. Right. Okay, great. Now tell me what exactly you are not able to understand in Git session. Push and pull. Okay. Why we should create the README file. Okay. Commands. Okay. Great. See, guys, I can totally understand that where you are struggling in Git. It was just a first session. So in today's session, what we are going to do is we are going to look at the commands that I told you in the first session itself, and then we are going to see some more commands that we want to learn today. Do you understand that? Do you understand that thing? We are going to see the revision of first session, and then we are going to move on to the second session today. Okay. So before going forward, I would like you to introduce your PI, that is your pedagogy instructor. His name is Albin, right? So hi Albin, can you please turn on your camera?
Okay, can you give me permission?
Yeah, I have given you the
Okay.
permission.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Okay, so basically, let me tell you something. Today's session is all about a word called as collaboration. Now, how many of you know what is the meaning of collaboration? What is the meaning of collaboration? Okay, teaming up, teamwork. Okay, great, cool. So you know the basics of this thing, correct? So today's session is all about collaboration. Now, how the session is going to go about, I'm just telling you the flow of the session right now. So understand very carefully. First, we are going to see what exactly is the meaning of collaboration, right? After that, we are going to basically revise all the commands and everything that we learned in the first session. Got it? And after that, Albin and I, basically, we are going to collaborate and demonstrate everything in front of you, that how a person can collaborate with another developer on GitHub and basically work on a single project. Do you understand? So we are going to demonstrate that thing in front of you. Because I told you in the first session itself that on GitHub, you can find multiple developers with whom you can work together to create a project, right? I told you this thing, I guess. Right. Okay. So exactly that thing we are going to demonstrate today. But before that, you need to understand what exactly collaboration is. Got it? Do you understand these things, guys? Okay. Thank you. So, Albin, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to tell them about the collaboration, and then we can basically sit together to demonstrate the things, right?
Okay, sure.
Thank you, Albin.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So guys, now I'm just going to turn off my camera and we are going to move forward, right? Shall I continue? Okay, just give me 1 second. So, guys, tell me again, what is the meaning of collaboration? You know the meaning of collaboration in terms of general English, but try to tell me what could be the meaning of collaboration in terms of coding or in terms of GitHub. Okay. Teamwork, working on the same project. Okay, you are going in the right direction. Okay. Let me take an example. Let me take an example for it. Okay. So listen to me very carefully now, guys. Okay. Suppose you are a developer in Amazon. Okay. You are a developer in Amazon. Now tell me, on Amazon website, what are the different functionalities they have? What are, tell me some of the common functionalities on Amazon's website. Okay, someone is saying there is a functionality of searching. Okay. Searching for products. Great. There is a functionality of, you can say, cart. Okay, great. Cart functionalities. Also, there is a functionality of payment. Okay. Then Okay, someone is saying wish list. Okay, any other functionality? Any other functionality? Okay, you can say tracking the shipment. Great. Okay, cool. Let's just understand there are these functionalities on Amazon's website. Now tell me, is only one person is going to work on these functionalities or not? Only one person is responsible for creating all the functionalities on the website or adding all the things on the website itself. Okay, why? Why is that? Because that task is very, very big. It is a very big task to apply all these functionalities, or you can say to add all these features to any particular website or to any project, right? Right. So suppose Albin is working on the searching functionality. I am working on the cart functionality, for example. Right. And then you can say Aman is working on payment functionality. Chunnu is working on wish list. And suppose there is one more, Munnu. Munnu is working on tracking, right? Now, who are these people? Who are these people? Team members? Yes or no? These are team members, correct? Okay. Now, once they are done with their functionalities, once they are done with the features that they want to add, what they will do? What they will do? They are going to merge all their features. Yes or no? They are going to merge all their features. And then what will happen? You will get the outcome of all the features. Right? Desired outcome, right? Okay. So this thing over here, this thing is your merging, right? This thing is your merging. These are your team members. But tell me, what is this whole process? What is this whole process? Don't you think that these 5 members are collaborating together to create a project? They are collaborating together to create a project. Yes or no? Collaborating means working together in a team to create a project that has a single outcome, right? Or you can say to create a single project, they are actually working together. So it is called collaboration. Do you understand the meaning of collaboration now? Yes or no, guys? Do you understand the meaning of collaboration? Any issues in understanding this? Any issues? No. Great. Right. So we are clear with the word collaboration and what is the actual meaning of collaboration, correct? Okay. But now tell me one thing. To basically create a project, what are all the steps that I need to take? What are all the steps that I need to take to create a project? And this is where we are going to revise everything that we learned in the first session, right? Okay, plan is done, team is ready, everything is ready. Tell me what we learned in the first session itself. What am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? Okay. So don't you think I am going to create the folder for project? Right? I'm going to create a repository. Without that, can I work on my project? Without that, can I work on the project? No. How to create a repository? Now, guys, see very, very carefully. I am going to repeat all the steps that I covered in the first session. Do you understand this thing? I'm going to cover all the steps that we covered in the first session, right? Cool. So what I can do, I can go to this button and click on it to create a new repository, right? Then I'm going to select an owner. And then the repository name. Suppose the repository name is Masai Project or 01. This is the repository name, Masai Project 01, right? Then I am going to click on add a README file. Now, some of you were asking me that why to add a README file, right? You guys have issues in understanding why should I add a README file? Yes or no? Okay, cool. So I'll tell you. But first of all, let's just create a repository. Now, once I create a repository, can you see that this repository has been created with a README file in it? Yes. Now, what is the meaning of README file? Why do I need it? Okay. Tell me one thing. When you want someone to collaborate or when you want someone to basically look at your project, is that person going to run your project entirely? Is that person going to clone it in his system and directly run it without even knowing anything about it? Suppose I give you some documentations to sign, right? I give you some documentation to sign. Are you going to directly sign it? No. What do you do? What do you do before signing it? You read the documentations, right? You read the documentations that what they are about. Yes or no? Similarly, like that, why should a person download your project and run it in his system directly? What if there is some kind of issues with the project and that can basically harm the system of that user, right? What if there are some issues with the project? Why should he directly download and run it? Why should that person waste his or her memory? Right? So don't you think that a person should be able to read somewhere that what is this project about? That person should be able to read somewhere that what is this project about? Right? So what you are going to do in that README file, you can actually edit and write. See, this project is for practicing the basic functionalities of Git and GitHub. You have written this. Now can you see? Now can you see if I go to the README file, you can see that this has been written over here. This project is for practicing the basic functionalities of Git and GitHub. So now do you understand the basic purpose of README? README file is just to give the details of your project, entire detail of your project, that what is this project about, so that a person can just read the README file and understand, okay, this project is about this particular process. Right? Exactly. Exactly. It is like a summary of your project. Do you understand why we should create a README file? You can create a repository without README file also, but I would recommend to create a repository with README file only because that is the right way. Do you understand these things, guys? Great. So till now, we are just covering everything that we learned in the last session. Now tell me, if I want to write a code, if I want to create a project, what should I do next? I have created the repository on GitHub. That's great. But what should I do next? Exactly. Write a code. Okay, so where should I write the code? Okay, let me tell you once again. Guys, tell me one thing. Right now, suppose this is your GitHub. Right? This is your GitHub. I have created a repository called Masai Project 01. Where is this present? Where is this present? On GitHub, right? Basically, on cloud, correct? But if I want to write the project, if I want to create the project file and write code in it, where it should be present? Where it should be present? People are randomly writing something. I don't know. So this is present online, or you can say on cloud. Don't you think it should be present on your local system? It should be present on your local system. What is the meaning of local system over here? It should be present offline also. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? This is your local system. How to get this thing on my local system? I will copy it. And I told you what we call copy in technical terms over here. Understood? Understood what I'm going to do next? Or is there any issue? If there is no issue, then why you guys are saying random things in the chat box? People are saying README, people are saying GitHub, people are saying Git, any random thing. Guys, don't do this kind of things, right? Please think logically and then answer the question. Okay. So now the next step is cloning this repository to the local system. Yes. How can I clone? For cloning, I need basically the link of the repository. Yes or no? Okay. Where will I get the link? I'll go to this code button, click on it. Can you see the link over here? Can you see the link over here? Copy it. Once I have copied the link, what I will do? I will open up my terminal, and in case of Windows, you will open up your Git bash. Yes or no? Any issues till this point? No issues, right? Now, suppose I want to clone on desktop. What should I do? And I came to know that some of the people are actually writing this also. You are writing this as well. You are writing this, and then you are writing the code. Why? Don't you see it is already there? It is already there. Why you are writing this again and again? Okay. Let's open up the terminal again. And can you see that this thing is already there? I do not need to write it. Okay. Suppose I want to clone the repository on my desktop. What should I do? I will go to my desktop. Right? By doing CD desktop. Now you can see that I am at my desktop. Do you understand? Till this point, any issues? Till this point, any issues? Someone is saying, sir, your Git bash is different and R is different. Guys, this is not Git bash. This is terminal. How many times should I tell you that in Apple, basically in Mac and in Linux, you will be having terminal. In Windows, you will be having Git bash. Okay, just give me 1 second. Shantanu Agarwal, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Shantanu. What you are not able to understand, can you please tell me?
Sir, actually, I'm not able to give proper command in my Git bash, so that is why
What proper command? Can you please tell me?
sir, I'm not able to locate the folder and not be able to upload it properly.
You are using Windows, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just wait for 2-3 minutes when the part of Albin is going to come, right? Albin has a Windows PC, right? So we are going to discuss that thing over there and just see how to basically move on to any folder and how to clone there. Okay. So don't
Sure,
worry.
sir.
Just wait for 5 or 10 minutes. Okay.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shantanu. Okay. Great. So guys, do you understand till this point that I have moved to desktop? Now, what should I do? I will just clone the repository, and that is git clone. How many of you understood this command? We have seen this command as in last session as well. Right? Okay. Git clone, and I am going to paste the link that I just copied, and I will hit enter. Can you see that it has been done? Cloning has been done, right? Let's check. Let's check it. Masai project 01. Where is it? Can you see this? Masai project 01. It has been added at the desktop. Can you see these things, guys? Yes, you can see it. Okay, cool. Okay. So I will go inside this folder. Can you see only README file is there? Just like this online repo. Only README file is there, right? Is there any other file present in the repo? No. So the same file is going to be present over here as well. Yes or no? Because I have cloned the same thing. Any issues till this point? Any issues till this point? No issues. Great. Now the next thing is, if I want to basically write my code, what should I do? If I want to write my code, what should I do? I will create a file, right? I will create a JavaScript file, yes or no? But to create a JavaScript file, I want to create it inside the Masai project folder, yes or no? I want to create it inside the Masai project folder, right? But right now, where am I? I am at desktop. Don't you think I should move inside the Masai project folder first? How to do that? I will write cd, then Masai underscore project underscore 01. This is the name of the folder. I will hit enter. Can you see now I am inside Masai project 01? Any issues till this point? Any issues? Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a project file, right? Let's create it. So to create a file, I will use which command? Touch, right? And then what I will do, I will write touch and the name of the file, suppose login.js, and I will hit enter. If you are not getting any error, that means this file has been created. Let's see. Can you see this login.js file has been created over here? Yes or no? Any issues till this point? Any issues? Now, once the file has been created, what should I do? I will open it up and write my code. I will open it up and write my code. Yes. So how can I do that? Basically, I will just double click it and I'll open up the file. Or you can open it up using Notepad as well. Windows user, you will open it up using Notepad. Now, suppose I want to write a code for login functionality. Yuvraj, there is nothing to repeat. You are just going inside the folder and creating a file. That's it. I have not done anything else. I cannot repeat each and everything. Okay. So, guys, what is the logic behind login that is happening on Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else? What is the logic behind that? We have done this kind of question, I guess. What is the logic behind it? Tell me. There are two kind of username and two kind of password, right? One is registered email and registered password that has been registered on the database, and the second one is that you are entering on the login form, right? And if both the credentials match, it will give you login successful, else it will give you wrong credentials, right? Right. So suppose my task is to write the registered email right and registered password, correct? So this is my task. I told you that everyone has the different tasks in a team, right? While we are collaborating, correct? We have seen that thing in the first example that I gave you today. Okay. So suppose my task is to just write the registered email and registered password, and the logic behind the login functionality, that task has been given to Albin, for example. So what I'm going to do, I have done my task. I have done my task. What I'm going to do now? Once I have done my task, what I will do? Don't you think I will basically upload it to the online platform as well, to GitHub as well? Yes, I will upload it to GitHub as well. Okay. Now, before uploading, okay, once tell me what is the technical term for uploading in case of Git? It is called push. Very good. So basically, before pushing, what I will do, I will add them that what things I need to push. Yes or no? I will tell Git that push all the things. By which command? Git add dot. Yes or no, guys? Basically, I am telling Git that you have to add all the files. Any issues till this point? Any issues? No issues, right? Okay. I will hit enter. Now now Git knows that I have to basically add all the files, but Git should also keep a record of it. Git should also keep a record of it, that what things you are basically pushing. Git should have a record of it, yes or no? Now, how do I tell Git to keep record of it? How do I tell Git to keep record of it? Exactly, by using Git commit, right? And I will put a message also, so that when Albin opens it up, he can just read it out and understand what is this about, right? Yes or no? By just reading out the message, he can just understand what is this commit about. So I will write added registered email and password, and I will hit enter. Right? Can you see what is it saying? 4 insertions. Now, what is the meaning of 4 insertions? That means there are 4 lines. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So that means my commit has been done. Now what will I do? I'll simply do git push. That's it. Right? If I go to the online repository and I will refresh, can you see there is a login file over here? Can you see there is a login file over here? If I open it up, you can see that it contains only registered email and registered password that I created on my local system. Yes? Do you understand these things? And if I go to commit history, you can see that what I have committed. The initial commit was I have created the repository. Then what was my second commit? I updated the README file, yes or no? Where I wrote the things. That this folder contains the practice material of Git and GitHub and stuff like that. And now this is my third commit, which is saying added registered email and password. What is the commit? Added registered email and password. Who committed it? Right? It is giving you a detail that Pulkit Tyagi committed it. When it was committed? 1 minute ago. So basically it is giving you all the details, what, when, and who, right? Any issues in understanding these things? This is the things that we did in the last session. This is the thing that we did in the last session. Now let's summarize these things. Let's summarize these things, okay? What we did till now? Created the repository. Right? Then what we did? Clone the repository. I will use repo. What command did I use to do this? Git clone, right? Then what I did? Created a file using which command? Then what I did? I wrote the code for task 1. What was the task 1? Writing only registered email and password, right? Then what I did? Added the files that I want to push. Which command did I use? Git add. Then committed the files. Which command did I use? Git commit. Then push the files. Which command did I use? Git push. Any issues in understanding these things? Any issues, guys? Shubham Sharma, please rewatch the lecture. I cannot go to everything once again. Already I am telling you this thing for the third time. I repeated everything in the last session for 2 times, and now I am repeating everything in this session as well. So please rewatch the lecture. I cannot do it a 4th time. Okay. Great. Now we know that I have completed my task, right? I have completed my task. Yes or no? Shubham, I told you that please rewatch the lecture and then you will understand everything. Great. I have completed my task. Now, the second member of the team should basically work on these things, right? But don't you think I have to add them as a collaborator over here? Otherwise, how will your GitHub know that this is the second member? I have to tell GitHub that this is the second member, right? Who is going to work. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Okay. So what should I do for it? Now watch very carefully. Watch very carefully. Right? I will click on this settings. Do you understand? I will click on the settings, and can you see collaborators over here? Can you see collaborators? Click on it. It will ask for your password, right? So put your password. Now, can you see that you haven't invited any collaborator yet? So that means I have to add some collaborators that can work on this project alongside with me. Yes or no? What I will do now, I will click on this add people. And with whom I'm going to work? I'm going to work with Albin, right? So I'm going to search him using his username. Can you see? Any issues till this point? No issues. I will click on this and I will click on add Albin to this repository. Now, can you see that there is written pending invite? That means I have sent the invitation to Albin, but Albin needs to accept it. It is something like a friend request. Do you understand? Unless on Facebook, someone is not accepting your friend request, that person is not going to be added to your friend list, right? Similarly, like that, unless Albin is going to accept the invite, he cannot collaborate. In order to collaborate, Elbin should accept the invite. Do you understand? Do you understand this thing? Okay. Till now, any issues? Any issues till now? No. Right? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give you time till 10:30, right? It's 10:18 right now. So what you can do, take a break for 5 minutes, right? Take a break for 5 minutes. Take a break for 5 minutes and basically for rest of the 5 minutes, try to do all the things that I just did in front of you. Basically practice these 2-3 commands. Do you understand? I'll give you time till 10:30. Do it. Take a break for 5 minutes and for 5 minutes, practice these things. And we will start exactly at 10:30 again for the rest of the things. Do you understand? Forget about the collaborator part. Don't do the collaborator part. Just do till creating a repository, writing your code, pushing it and all these things. Do this till that point. Do you understand? So that you can practice. I give you time till 10:30. Great. And if you are having issues in finding the commands, you can find the commands in your Git 1 session itself. I have given you commands over there. Okay. So guys, tell me one thing. Did you guys understand till that command that I told you, that is pushing the things, or you can say your task has been completed now and you have pushed them on GitHub and you have added a collaborator as well. Till this point, is everything clear? I have already summarized it before going to the break. So I'm not going to summarize it again. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, great. Till now, is there any issues other than your common issues of authentication and password and all these things? Any issues in understanding the process? Okay. Now, Elvin, can you please share your screen? And guys, please
sure, Pulkit.
watch it very carefully, because maximum of you are using a Windows PC and it will help you in understanding where you are doing wrong. Okay. Do you understand?
Pulkit, is my screen visible?
Yes, Elvin, it is visible.
Okay.
So guys, the thing is, once you add someone as a collaborator, that person is going to receive an email something like this. That is, Pulkit has invited you to collaborate on this project. Do you understand? No need of making it full screen. We are not writing any code. I'm just showing it to you. Okay. Any issues? You will get this kind of invitation on your email ID that you have registered, or you can say that person has registered with the GitHub. Shall I move forward now? Okay. Now, Albin has received the invitation. Now, Albin wants to collaborate. So what he will do? He will click on view invitation. Once he clicks on view invitation, can you see that it opens up the Masai Project 01 repository and it is asking you to accept the invitation, asking Albin to accept the invitation. Can you see that? Now there are two options. Either he can accept it or decline it. So if he wants to collaborate, he will click on accept invitation. Right? Now he clicked on accept invitation and basically he is inside the repository. Any issues till this point? No issues. Correct. Now, Albin, can you please click on 3 commits history? That is commit history. Yes.
Yes.
Now, once the Albin clicks on this, can you see it is showing that who has edited the code till now? And that is me. Right? Can you see that? Albin can also see everything over here because Albin is now a collaborator, right? He is the second member of the team. Do you understand till this point? Do you understand till this point? Okay, great. Now tell me, if Albin wants to collaborate on the project, Albin wants to answer it very logically, okay? Albin wants to collaborate on the project. That means he wants to write the code. Yes or no? He wants to write the code, right? And if he wants to write the code, what should he do? Is he going to write the code online itself? No, he will write the code in his local system. Yes, he will write the code in his local system. So if he wants to write the code in his local system, what should he do? He should copy this folder to his local system. And what is the meaning of copy? Clone. Right? Albin is going to clone this folder or not? Clone this repository or not? Okay. So Albin, can you please clone this repository?
Sure.
So he copied the link for cloning. Now what should he do? He will open up the Git bash, right? He will open up the Git bash, and now I will tell you your issue. There are two methods of opening up the Git bash. Either you can go to the search tab and search for Git bash, right? Can you do that, Albin, please? See, you can see your Git bash over here. Click on it. Once Albin opens it up, can you tell me where is Albin right now? Is Albin at the desktop? Yes or no? Is Albin at the desktop? No. Can you see desktop written somewhere? Can you see desktop written somewhere? No. So if he wants to go to desktop, what he will do? He will write cd desktop. And once he does that, he is at the desktop now, right? Any issues? Okay. Albin, can you please close this Git bash?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, some of you are getting an error that desktop is not an internal or external command or stuff like that, right? You are not able to go to desktop, correct? You are not able to go to desktop, correct? Let me tell you what is the issue over there. You guys are opening up your Git bash by right-clicking on the desktop. Yes or no? Right? Okay, do it. Albin, can you please click on right-click on it? Show more options. Open up the Git bash. Git bash here. Now, Albin, can you please zoom it in? Can you see? I am already at desktop now. Can you see that? Can you see I am already at desktop? So if I do cd desktop over here, what will happen? Albin, can you please do cd desktop? You are getting this kind of an error, right? Yes. Why? Because when you open up the Git bash from desktop, you are already present there. And if you are already at desktop, can you go to desktop again? If you are already at desktop, can you go to desktop again? So that is why you are getting that error. Now, do you understand what is the difference? If you open it up from the desktop, you are already at the desktop. You don't need to go anywhere. If you are opening it up from the search bar, you need to go to desktop. Do you understand this thing? Should I continue now? Great. Now Albin is at the desktop. He is going to clone it. How to clone it? How to clone it? Git clone and the URL that Albin copied, right? and he'll hit enter. Now, can you see, Elvin, can you please go to desktop and show them that there is that folder? Can you see
Can you
this?
see?
Can you see this folder is there on the desktop now? Okay. So once Elvin open up the folder, Elvin, can you please open up the folder? Can you see there is a login.js file? And Elvin, please open it up using Notepad. And guys, please see how to open it up. Right click on it, open with, and click on Notepad. It will open up your JS file. Any issues in how to open the file using Notepad? Okay. Elvin, can you show them the Notepad now? Okay, great. Now, can you see there are only two lines, that is registered email and your registered password that I basically wrote and I pushed them, right? This is my task. Any issues in understanding till this point? Any issues? Now, Elvin needs to do his task, right? Elvin needs to do his task, yes or no? Yes, great. And what is his task? He is going to basically write the logic for login, correct? He's going to write the logic for login. Can you please, Elvin, write the logic?
Yes.
He's going to write the entered email. Yes, you can change others' code as well if you are a collaborator. I hope you are not basically confused with this logic, right? If the registered email is equal to entered email and registered password is equal to entered password, I will say login successful. Otherwise, I will say wrong credentials, right? I hope you understand this logic. Elvin, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Remove the whole logic. Remove the whole logic. Yeah, or you can do one thing, copy it from here.
Yeah.
Including the entered email and entered password. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, now remove this and close the file after saving it. Okay. Guys, before doing this thing, tell me one thing. Have I missed any step? Have I missed any step? And I'm asking this to those people who have already done it. Okay, don't worry. I will tell you. Elvin, can you please stop your screen share? I'll share my screen.
Okay.
Guys, I hope you can see my screen, right? Okay. Now, let me tell you a concept. And what is that concept basically? Okay. First of all, tell me, you understood till this point, right? After this, what happened? Added Elvin as collaborator. Then Elvin accepted the request. and Albin cloned the repo in his local system so that he can work upon that. Any issues till these points? Any issues till these points? Okay. Now let me give you a new thing. Okay. Now suppose this is your Amazon's website, right? This is the main website of Amazon, suppose. One day your boss asked that you have to add a filtering functionality. Right? Suppose you have to add a filtering functionality to the website. So are you directly going to add it in the main website? Are you directly going to add it in the main website? No. Why? You are not going to add it in the main website because suppose your functionality is not working correct. Your functionality is not working in the correct manner. Then what will happen? Users of Amazon will have a bad user experience. Amazon users will have a bad user experience. So that means before adding something to the main website, everything should be tested and checked. Yes, everything should be tested and checked before adding it to the main website. Okay, let me give you an example. When you are doing your exam, before submitting the exam, you basically read it. You read your exam that everything is right or not. Right? You do a proofreading of it. And then you give your exam to the invigilator, your answer sheet to the invigilator, right? Similarly, like that, if you want to add some functionality to a project, you are not going to directly add it to the main website. You are going to basically test them and then only you are going to add them to the main website, right? Okay. So for that, what you will do? For that, what you will do over here? You are not going to directly add it. Instead of it, what you are going to do? You are just going to create a copy of this whole project that you have just worked upon. You'll create a copy over here. This is, you can say, copied Amazon, suppose. And now what you will do? You will add this functionality to this copied Amazon. And after testing over here, after everything is working fine, what you will do? You will add this code to the main website. Do you understand what I did? Basically, you will add it to a different copy, test everything over there. If everything is working fine, you will add it to the main website. Okay. Now, technically, what is this thing called? The copy that you created over here. It is called a branch. That from the main, you can say from the main website, you are creating a branch and this branch will contain all the copied file. Do you understand? Do you understand? You are creating a new branch. So similarly like that, once Albin has basically cloned it to the local system, is he going to directly work on the main file that I gave him? Is he directly going to work on the main thing? No. Where will he work upon? he is going to create a new branch and then he will add the code over there. Yes or no? Yes, guys, he is going to create a new branch. Correct? Okay. Now, the next task of Albin is going to be creating a new branch. Yes. So, the next task will be create a new branch and work on it. Who will do it? Albin. Any issues in understanding what is a branch? No issues. Great. So, Albin, can you please share your screen now?
Yeah, sure. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. Okay. So, Albin is going to go to the git bash, right? He cloned everything, right? Till this process, are you guys clear that he cloned it? Okay. Now, how to create a branch? How to create a branch? Albin, can you please write the command git branch?
First I need to go to the.
Yes, go to that Masai folder first. Obviously, you have to go inside the folder, guys, right? Okay. Now, can you see that Albin is inside the Masai project 01 folder? You can see desktop / Masai project 01. Yes or no, guys? And over here, he is writing git branch and hit enter, Albin. Now, can you see there is only one branch which is called as main that I just told you? Can you see that? Guys, can you see that? That there is only one branch which is called main and it is in green color and there is a star symbol beside it. It means there is only one branch and it has been selected right now, right? But I told you, you are not going to add any kind of code to the main branch. What you will do for adding any kind of functionality, you will create a new branch and add your functionality over there. Yes or no? You will create a new branch and add your functionality. So how to create a new branch? For creating a new branch, you just have to write git branch and the branch name that you want to write. Suppose you are writing the login functionality, right? So you can add the branch name as login_feature. Suppose this is the branch name that you are giving and you will hit enter, right? If you are not getting any kind of error, that means that branch has been created. No, you will not use touch to create a branch. Touch is only for creating a file, is only for creating a file. You have to remember this. Okay. Now let's see how many branches are there. Git branch. Can you see there are two branches now, login feature and main. Can you see that? But which branch has been selected right now? Which branch has been selected? The main branch, right? Because it is showing in green color. So that means if I want to write my code in the new branch, I have to select that branch first. Yes or no? I have to select that branch. Now, how to select that branch? You will write git checkout and the branch name. Can you see it is saying switched to branch login feature? Can you see it is saying switched to branch login feature? Now again, if you do git branch and you hit enter, you can see now login feature has been selected, right? Can you see that? Login feature has been selected now. Yes or no, guys? Okay. Now the branch has been selected. Can I write my code now? Can Albin write the code that he wants? Okay. Now Albin, open up the file in Notepad and write the login feature. Do you guys understand this? Do you understand this logic? Okay. Now Albin is going to save the file. Control S and he will clone. He will basically close it. Okay. Open up the Git bash. Now tell me, where is this file present that Albin has just created? Where is this file present? To the local system. Don't you think this file should be at the, you can say at your cloud platform also, that is at your GitHub as well? Now, how to do that? Simple. He is going to upload it. And what does it mean? He is going to push it. Right. So before pushing, what are the two things he should do? First, he is going to tell Git what are the things you need to basically push. So by which command he can do that? Exactly, by git add. So he is going to do git add dot. Right? Everything has been added. Now, he is going to keep a record of it. How to keep a record of it? Git commit. Very good. So he is going to do git commit -m and he is going to write a message that login functionality added. Right? And he will hit enter. Correct? It is saying 13 insertions. Now what he will do? He is going to git push, right? But the main thing, now the main thing comes over here. Is he going to push in the main branch or is he going to push in the branch that he has created? To the new branch that he has created, right? He cannot directly push to the main branch. Yes or no? So how to push to the new branch? He is going to write git push, right? And then write origin. Don't ask me what is the meaning of origin. You will understand it. But for now, you can just understand if you want to push into any other branch, you have to write this command. So you will write git push origin and the name of the branch, which was login feature. And hit enter. Can you see that it has been basically pushed, right? Okay. Now go to the repository, Albin. Okay. Just refresh it. Guys, now can you see beside this main, which is written over here, not over here, beside this main, can you see there are two branches now? It is showing two branches, correct? Click on this main, click on this main. There is one branch which is main that has been created by me. And there is second branch login feature that has been pushed by Albin. Can you see that? Right, okay. If I go to main and open up the login.js, can you see there is only those two lines written that I pushed? Yes. But if I go to login feature, basically the branch that has been pushed by Albin, if I go over there and I open it up, can you see all the code is there? So that means this code has been pushed by Albin, right? Do you understand this thing? Now the part where we need to merge these things, right? Now the part where we need to merge these things. But suppose Albin is my team member and I am his manager, for example. So can Albin directly merge it? Or he should basically ask his manager to basically review it and then merge it? First, I have to check, right? If everything is right, then only I can merge it with the main thing. Yes or no? Right. So how can Albin ask that please see these things and merge them? Can you go to the repository again, Albin? At the top of this thing, can you see a yellow border kind of thing, which is saying login feature had recent pushes 2 minutes ago? Can you see something like that? Right. That means it is saying that there is a new branch that has been pushed. So after that, there is one more button beside it, and it is saying compare and pull. Compare and pull request. Click on it. Right? Then you can leave a comment. So Albin can write, I have added the feature. Please check it. I have added the feature. Please check it and let me know if anything is there. Something like that. Some comment has been added. Let me know if anything is there. Right. So this is basically Albin is telling his manager that I have done my task. Can you please check it? And can you see there is a reviewer option at the right hand side? Can you see a reviewer option is there? Albin is going to click on this reviewer option. And he's going to add me. That Pulkit Tyagi has to review this. Right? He's going to click on it. Now can you see that review? I am the reviewer. And then he's going to click on create pull request. Okay. Now Albin's task is over. Albin has also done his task. Now what is the next thing? Now what is the next thing? Manager, Albin's manager should basically review it, right? Should basically review it. Yes or no? Okay. Albin, can you please stop sharing your screen?
Sure.
Okay. Now Albin's task is over and Albin's manager is going to review it, correct? Any issues till this point? This is basically, guys, very intuitive. This is very intuitive. It's just like we are using some kind of online platform itself. Now I'll go to the project folder itself. Can you see there is one written beside pull request? Can you see that? If I click on it, it is saying login functionality added. And if I click on this thing, can you see the comment that has been added by Albin? I have added the feature. Please check it and let me know if anything is there. Right? Can you see that? Now what will I do? What will I do? I will basically check it, right? So I will click on this login functionality added. If I click on this, you can see that this is the line of code added by Albin. All the plus symbols, right? Can you see? Okay. Now suppose I have checked these things and I think that, okay, these commands are right. Now what will I do? If everything is right, again, I will go over here, right? And I will see, I will write it over here. Everything is working fine. Thanks for your collaboration. Right? And what I will do, I'll comment it. And I will merge pull request and I will confirm the merge. Now pull request will be closed because I have merged it, right? And now if I go to the repository and if I go to the main branch itself and I open up the login file, can you see the code is merged with the main file as well? Can you see the code has been merged with the main file as well? And if I go to the folder and show you commit history, everything is written over here. That first I did the initial commit by creating the repository. Then I updated the README file. Then I added my task, that is registered email and password. Then Albin added login functionality. And then I merged it. So all the history is there, right? All the history is there. Can you see that? Now, basically what happened over here, Albin basically collaborated with me to create a login file. Now, the project has been completed. But the thing is, all these files are present on my online thing, right? Don't you think it should be present offline as well to me? Don't you think it should be present offline as well with me? Yes or no? So what will I do? I'll just do git pull. And if I do git pull, it will be present offline as well. Now, do you understand how exactly you have to collaborate? And can you see if I do the branch, it is just going to show me main branch over here because I have merged it with the main branch and that branch is no longer available. Do you understand? Difference in clone and pull. Clone is basically to copy the complete folder, but pull means if you want to keep your local repository updated with the online repository. Now you are saying, show me the file. This is the file. And if I open it up, can you see it is present at my local system as well now? I have not written it, but it is present in my local system as well. Right? Now, let me summarize everything. Let me give you a summary of everything. Okay. Let me give you a summary and watch it very carefully now. And after that, you can rewatch the session to understand. First, what I did. Can you please tell me? First, I created a repository on GitHub because I want to initialize my project. Any issues till this point? Okay. Then I cloned the repository in my local system using git clone because I want to write the code that I want to basically push, right? Then to write the code, I created a new file. Yes or no? Okay. Then what I did? I wrote my code. Basically, I added the functionality of, or you can say I added registered email and password. Yes or no, guys? Then what I did? I told Git that I have done my task. Then by using git add, right? And then I committed all the things. Basically, I told Git to keep a record of it and then I pushed it. Any issues in understanding these things? My tasks are done. My tasks are done till this point. Then what I did? I added Albin as a collaborator. Albin accepted the request. Albin created a clone of the folder in his local system, or cloned the repository to his local system because he wants to collaborate. Yes. Any issues till this point? Then Albin basically created a new branch, because I will not directly write, or I will not directly insert new code in the main branch or new functionality in the main branch. Yes. Then what happened? Albin switched to the newly created branch by git checkout branch name. Yes or no? Any issues till this point? No issues, right? Then what happened? Albin wrote the code, or you can say did his task. Once his task has been done, what he is going to do? Once his task has been done, what he is going to do? He is going to add it. Tell Git to add everything. Then what he is going to do? Commit, right? Tell Git to keep a record of everything. Then what he is going to do? Git push, but to the new branch, right? And how he can do that? By using git push origin and the branch name. Any issues till this point? Command to create a new branch. It is git branch and branch name. I will give you the commands as well. Once this is done, what he is going to do? Create a pull request so that I can review. Then at the end, I will review the changes, and if everything is working fine, I will merge it with the main branch. Yes, any issues? That's it. That is the complete process. This complete process will take only 2 or 3 minutes to do if you are able to understand everything. Right? Just go through the video lecture again and try to basically reach out to your IAS for any kind of doubts. It will work just fine. Don't worry. Do you understand these things, guys? Okay, great. So let's do the quiz now.